Brother, back again, brothers and sisters, and right behind this other video, I cut myself off a little bit short. I wanted to make these things short, but sometimes it's just hard. Cut myself off anyway because I thought I was filming. I wasn't filming. And you didn't get the end of this thing, probably the most important thing. The most important thing is that it's not talking about the world to come, the end of this world, see, the heaven and earth passing away. It's not talking about that. And I wanted to show you before I got out of here, but and I cut myself off. But this is important, brothers and sisters. I want you to listen to this. Anyway, peace and love to everybody too. I forgot to say that. And if ever I cut myself off, it's always in peace and love. Just add peace and love to the end of it, because sometimes I mash the button wrong and mess up. Okay, look. Here's something that's really important. And in Matthew 24:30, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. See, there's your power and your great glory. Brother, I'm going to show you why this can't be the thief in the night question. You see what I'm saying? The end of the world question. Because it says, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. You see what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? There was a sign that appeared in heaven, in the heavens. This isn't the thief in the night, twinkling of an eye when at the end of the world. No, it can't be, because he's giving a sign here. See brother says, that's how you know. See, that this thing happened in the heavens, and he was showing that he had put all this down. He destroyed the temple. See, and now he's ruling from heaven, and on earth in the hearts of his people. See, so but anyway, that's what I'm talking about this morning. I cut myself off, and I had to make this other little video. Don't believe, I'm not one of these people that believe that they've weaponized this thing about preterism, and they weaponize flat earth, they weaponize conspiracy theorists. They do all that so that you won't ever go look it up for yourself. See, brothers and sisters, don't go there, don't look at that, because these are crazy folks, In fact, they always get a picture of me when I'm making a face when they put it over in front of me. But anyway, that's something else. It's going to be hard to make me look pretty anyway. But anyway, what I'm saying is this. Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. See? The sign of the Son of Man. I'm not going to get into this, but I guess I will just a little bit. I'll kind of answer that question since I got a few minutes here. I don't know what that sign was. Some people say, some people say it was a star. I don't know. The Bible doesn't say, but I personally believe it was a star. I personally believe that it was a star that appeared in the. Of course, I don't know. I'm just speculating. I believe it was a star that you remember that the men, I guess we call them the wise men, those men followed, that announced his, they followed, but it could be that. I don't know if it is, but people knew, because they mourned, and they knew that they looked on him that they had pierced. Say, from the flat earth, they could look up and look on the one that they had pierced, in my view. If you look over in the first part of Revelation, I believe that's what it's talking about. I don't think it's that there were people there alive that had pierced him. Still alive, brothers and sisters. They looked on the one they had pierced. They knew, they mourned that Jesus Christ is Lord of all. And he's ruling and reigning right now, right this minute. But anyway, then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. Say, it can't be this the end of the world, heaven and earth passing away. It can't be that, because there was a sign given, a sign. So I'm kind of answering two questions today, but I didn't want to get into that. But possibly it could have been a star, but people looked up in heaven, they saw the sign of man. They saw the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. See, He came in power, see. And so those questions are separated. And I'll get to the other one, I guess, later on. But there appeared some kind of a sign in heaven. And they looked up from our flat earth. Everybody could see it because it was flat. It's flat. It looks like you can look up and see the moon and the sun if you can stand and look at it. And the stars, they looked up and they saw it in the heavens. That's something happened in the heavens in the first century, brothers and sisters. Well, it describes it, but I don't want to get into all that. And also, I left out this other thing that you know, like I say, they gave a ballpark figure about the these things question, and at the end of the world question, nobody knows that. Say, no answer to that question except be ready, because I could come at any time, is what he said. He said it could come like a thief in the night. But anyway, nobody knows that answer. You know, he's gone like to a far country. So he's gone off to a far country, and we should live like you know, don't know when he's going to return, but we know he's going to return, and whether we live or die, we know he's going to return with his servants. Supposedly faithful. I hadn't been faithful my whole life. You know, it's a good thing he says you've been faithful over a few things, and I haven't been faithful over a lot of things, but I hope I've been faithful over just a few things, you know. But anyway, here we go. In Mark 9:11, I wanted to get to this because I left it out on the tail end of that other one, brothers and sisters. And here's another where you don't get any wiggle room. He tells you again about some people standing there, and about the power that he would come. Like, you see there where it said power and great glory over in Matthew? Okay, here it is again. Mark 9:1. And he said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here, which shall not taste death till they have seen the kingdom of God come with power. They looked up, they saw the kingdom of God in the heavens. He's ruling and reigning from heaven. That's what happened in the first century, brothers and sisters. That's the these things question. So I'm going to wind this one up and go rest my mind a little bit and think about the next one. But anyway, all this is designed to make you happy, and so the child of God can be thoroughly furnished, you know, and where he can't be rattled by these TV preachers and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll put this one up too, and y'all have a nice day, and peace and love, Miss O'Boy down in Alabama. And I didn't put it on the other one because I cut myself off. So peace and love for that first one too, for Miss O'Boy down in Alabama. God bless.